I'm back. Were you expecting a clever intro or something?
They say impossible could never be done, but is it possible that I'll be the one? So any obstacle will be overcome with every chord that has never been sung. So I tell them like, I know it, I know it, I know that I'm here to stay. But what's time and where's here? You have X amount of minutes.
So yes, I am back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the arena. I'm your host, Hugo Strange. And yeah, just let me tell you guys what's been going on. The thing is, I don't watch as many battles as I used to, and that's not because I'm not enjoying them anymore. It's because I don't want to get saturated in it. I don't want to get to the point where watching battles becomes boring to me because I've watched so many other battles. So I'm being very selective as to which battles I'm watching and, you know, how many battles I watch per day and things of that nature. Also, it's very difficult between juggling videos for my personal channel and then juggling videos for here and just finding the time to do both, as one takes more time than the other to do. And, you know, I just want to prioritize and make sure that my personal channel is being taken care of. Also, the battle breakdowns and whatnot, I don't do those for every battle. The reason why I do battle breakdowns is because I feel like there's something in the battle that needs to be addressed in regards to battling in general. Like, there are certain things that I can say, oh, well, that's interesting and here's why this works, etc, etc, etc. That being said, I will do a review of Murder Mook versus Iron Solomon. A lot of people have been talking about that battle, and I don't think a lot of the right things are being said about that battle, so I will be throwing my 2 cents in the ring there and, you know, give an in-depth reason as to what I think about the battle and things of that nature. So be on the lookout for that. That will be coming sometime, I want to say probably by the end of this month or next month. We'll see. Yeah. Anyway, getting into the battle we're about to look at today comes from a YouTuber who requested that I review this battle. This is a request, and considering who the request was from, I had to meet that request. For those of you who don't know, there's a YouTuber here who goes by the name of Jamzavoni. He's a battle reviewer like myself, and he is actually battling in King of the Dot. He's had 2 battles. Yeah, he's had 2 battles. He will have his 3rd coming fairly soon, so I'm really looking forward to that. And the reason why I had to fulfill this request is because Jamzavoni is a battle reviewer, but like I said before in a previous video, Jams is willing to put his money where his mouth is. It's so easy for people such as myself to sit around and talk about battlers and whatnot. It's an entirely different animal to actually step into the battle arena and, you know, actually battle yourself, which is what I hope to do in the future. So I'm not saying I'll never do that. I hope to make it to King of the Dot and battle at least once or twice, but yeah. So the fact that Jams is out there doing it, mad respect to him, and just heavy kudos goes to him for that. So that's some real talk, and for someone who, again, is willing to put their money where their mouth is, step in the ring and do it, that's, you know, mad respect. So I had to sit down and, you know, break this battle down per his request. He's asking me to do this, so, you know, I was more than willing to fulfill that. Anyway, let's get into it.
Footage with. So wax fly. I wax ring if you want to play Icarus. Test son and end up in the motherfucking river Styx. My niggas Nike logo clefs and also check chins. And I'm like Yagami with the pen if you need a fucking death wish. And you're a male masseuse. My nigga, how gay are you? His happy endings consist of rim and blow. Those aren't heterosexual occupations. Moving grams and O's, these clothes. Physical manifestations of the what the fuck? Damn! Woo! She fine. Time.
Fuck it, yo! Welcome to Canada, fuckers! Don't believe them if they say that they're brothers.
You guys are gay for each other. Metalface is your lover. You picnic together every day in the summer.
You fucking faggots probably feel safe with each other. So I come to the States and bust in your place in the suburbs and start raping your mother.
Wait, Bugzy,
What?
you're thinking of raping his mother?
Yeah, I'm raping his mother.
Bro, you better take this unbreakable rubber.
Thank you, my brother. Fuck that! I'll hit her in the face with a shovel like, bitch, make me some supper. I want some steak with some custard.
I want bacon and mustard. With a side of potato and covered in gravy glazed with some butter, fucking stat. Or I'ma smack you both with plates from the cupboard. Thinking if you act in street you could scare me? Us versus them? Why are we even comparing? I'm not really trying to beef with these fairies who only came north to get legally married.
Okay, so just a couple of highlights from the first round with Jams and Metalface. Some parts that I really wanted to address and really wanted to get into. The first thing is that the lyricism was great. Lyrics, bars, all of that was good. The main issue here is projection and delivery. I know I've said this before in a previous review, but let me just restate it and just, you know, kind of elaborate on it. I come from a theater background. I've done some acting before, I've done stage acting, and not like, you know, middle school acting. I'm talking about like legit professional acting. I've done that before. And one of the main things that they tell you is project, 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 project. It's the same thing if you do public speaking or if you're doing a presentation in high school or college, whatever. These are all the things that you need to kind of get in the habit of doing. Project. It's not exactly screaming, but it's raising your voice to a level where everyone can hear you. And the issue here is the fact that I'm even watching this on a computer with headphones on, and I still have to turn the volume up to hear you. And I can only imagine how frustrating that is for the crowd there. All that being said, the Icarus scheme was great. Being a student of Greek mythology myself, really appreciated that. And the little shout out to the Time Girl. That was great, if not for just the awkward pause and just saying what everyone who watches these battles were thinking. So, kudos there, but going in the future, going to your next battle, project, project. Your bars and your delivery is great, but if no one can hear you, there really is no point. Even Sketch Menace in the battle was like, you know, raise your voices up. And I understand it could be a whole thing about being, you know, nerves and whatnot, but you gotta fight through that. Because if you're not used to public speaking, if you're not used to doing things like that, you gotta get to a point where everyone needs to hear you. Because you're letting off some good stuff. You and Metalface got some good stuff, but it's like no one can hear you. And if no one can hear you, well then, that's the problem. Personally, I think Wize Guy and Bugzy, they didn't necessarily beat you on material, they beat you based on performance alone. Everybody could hear them, so everybody reacted, as opposed to what you guys were putting down. You guys were putting down some good stuff, but no one could hear you. And it gets even more frustrating in the later rounds. Let's continue.
After that DDSS rate, take a morning after. You're always on that I'm a crazy Arabian flow. Trying to be a disaster. In your battle raps, you always act cast tough. Like his favorite rapper? Nah, more like broken ligaments covered in plaster. Nas for this fag, bruh. You should be calling me daddy. Posted your battles on low site because you need a life coach badly. There were holes in your flow. As far as my eye can see, we need to patch some shit up.
Like Slick Ricky D.
Hurricane Bradley. See, they got the These bars are diamond covered Mac 10s. That's expensive heat. To keep up with me, you're gonna need natural Gundam. Wing. We trailblazed your way from the beginning, G. 0 and 0 must be on that unicorn if they actually believe that in this day and age they would evolve without we. Your moves are self-apocalyptic. If this was Pokemon, you see, they're halting their own progression like continuously hitting down B. Nobody call the game where? Continuously hitting down B. Because since their origins, victories are seldom seen, which has led us to believe you're not that much of a fighter, G. So as for any chick you bring, have them once over the week. We'll get them the SD and swallow seed. Now I put a lot of emphasis on certain words in the last few bars you see, because using his last name I conjured up an entire Gundam wing scheme. So you can